There is no destination here, no conclusion to reach, no information you need to remember. This documentary is not meant to be followed closely. It is meant to exist quietly in the background, like the universe itself. As you rest, space does not hurry. Galaxies rotate slowly, taking hundreds of millions of years to complete a single turn. Light travels vast distances without sound. Gravity works continuously, without effort, without rest. Most of what exists cannot be seen, and that is where this story begins. When we look into the night sky, we see points of light. Stars appear scattered, distant, and calm. Some appear brighter, some appear faint. For most of human history, this was the universe. Light defined existence. If something glowed, it was real. If something did not, it was assumed to be empty. But modern science has revealed a quiet truth. Light shows us only a small fraction of what exists. When astronomers measure the contents of the universe, they find that everything visible, every star, every planet, every cloud of gas, every galaxy adds up to less than 5% of reality. The remaining 95% is something else, something dark, something invisible, something real. The word dark does not mean evil dot. It does not mean empty. It does not mean dangerous. It simply means non-luminous. Dark matter does not produce light. It does not reflect light. It does not absorb light. No telescope has ever seen it directly. Not in visible light, not in infrared, not in radio waves, not in X-rays. Yet its presence is undeniable. Gravity does not care whether something shines. If something has mass, gravity responds. Astronomers do not only observe light, they observe motion. They measure how fast stars move, how galaxies rotate, how clusters hold together. And when they do, the numbers do not match what light alone predicts. Galaxies rotate too fast. Clusters remain bound when they should drift apart. Structures remain stable far longer than expected. Something unseen is adding weight to the universe. In the early 20th century, astronomers began studying clusters of galaxies. A cluster is a massive group of galaxies bound together by gravity. By measuring their motion, scientists could calculate how much mass was required to keep the cluster intact. Then they compared that number to how much mass they could see. The difference was enormous. There was far more gravity than visible matter could explain. At first, this discrepancy was dismissed. Perhaps stars were hidden, perhaps measurements were wrong, perhaps physics was incomplete. But the problem did not disappear. It grew stronger. As telescopes improved, astronomers studied individual galaxies in greater detail. Spiral galaxies, like the one we live in, rotate in a predictable way. Stars near the center move quickly. Stars farther out should move more slowly. This is how gravity works. But that is not what was observed. Stars at the outer edges of galaxies move just as fast as stars near the center, sometimes faster. If only visible matter were present, these stars should escape into space. But they do not. They remain bound, orbiting calmly for billions of years. The conclusion became unavoidable. Galaxies are surrounded by something invisible. Astronomers proposed a simple explanation. Each galaxy sits inside a vast, invisible halo of matter. This halo does not shine. It does not collapse into stars. It does not interact with light. But it has mass, a lot of mass. In most galaxies, the dark matter halo outweighs all visible matter combined. The stars are not the foundation. They are the decoration. The halo is what holds everything together. Dark matter does not form disks like stars. It forms large, rounded structures, smooth, diffuse, extended. These halos stretch far beyond the visible edge of galaxies, sometimes 10 times farther. Without them, galaxies would slowly unravel. Stars would drift away. Gas would escape. Structure would fade. Dark matter is not optional. It is essential. To understand dark matter, we must go back in time, long before stars existed, long before galaxies formed. Just after the beginning of the universe, everything was hot and dense. Matter and radiation filled space almost evenly. Tiny differences in density existed, but they were small. Gravity needed something stable to amplify those differences. Dark matter provided that stability because it does not interact with light. It was not pushed around by radiation. It began clumping early, very slowly, very quietly. As dark matter gathered, it created gentle gravitational wells. Normal matter followed later, once the universe cooled. Gas fell inward. Density increased. Stars ignited. Every galaxy you see today formed this way. Dark matter first, light second. This order matters. Without dark matter, the universe would remain smooth and empty. No stars, no planets, no life. It helps to pause here, not to think, not to analyze, just to feel a scale. Dark matter shaped the universe long before Earth existed, long before the sun formed, long before any observer could notice. It continues shaping everything now, quietly, constantly, without interruption. You are resting inside a structure billions of years in the making. There is no need to wake up fully. If you drifted during the last part, that is natural. The universe does not require constant attention. We continue now, slowly, quietly. Dark matter has no surface, no boundary, no center you can point to. It does not announce itself, but it leaves traces. Light moves at a constant speed, but it does not always move in a straight line. When light passes near mass, space itself curves. This bending of space causes light to change direction. The effect is gentle but measurable. It is called gravitational lensing. This phenomenon was predicted long before it was observed, and it has become one of the most important tools for studying dark matter. When astronomers observe very distant galaxies, they sometimes appear distorted, stretched, curved, repeated. These distortions are not caused by the galaxies themselves. They are caused by mass in between. Sometimes that mass is visible, a large galaxy, a cluster of stars, a glowing cloud of gas. But often, there is nothing there, no stars, no light, no visible structure. And yet, the light bends anyway. This tells us something important. Gravity exists where light does not. By carefully measuring how light is distorted, scientists can map where mass exists, even if it cannot be seen. These maps reveal vast regions of gravitational influence, regions that do not correspond to any visible object. Again and again, these regions align with predictions made by dark matter models. The invisible mass is not random. It forms structure. On the largest scales, dark matter forms something immense, a web. Not a web made of threads you can touch, but a network of gravitational pathways. Long filaments stretch across space. They connect massive clusters of galaxies. Between them lie vast, empty regions called voids. Normal matter follows this structure. Gas flows along the filaments. Galaxies form where filaments intersect. This pattern appears everywhere we look, in every direction. It is one of the strongest confirmations that dark matter shapes the universe. The cosmic web is not chaotic. It grows slowly, over billions of years. Gravity pulls gently. Dark matter moves without friction. It does not collide with itself in the way normal matter does. Because of this, its structures remain smooth and stable. The universe evolves calmly, without sudden disruption. Galaxies sometimes pass through one another. Despite their size, direct collisions between stars are rare. Most of a galaxy is empty space. When two galaxies meet, stars pass by each other. Gas clouds collide and heat up. Shockwaves form. Dark matter behaves differently. It passes straight through. It does not slow down. It does not heat up. It does not scatter. This behavior has been observed directly. In some galaxy cluster collisions, scientists have observed a clear separation. The hot gas, visible in X-rays, lags behind. The gravitational mass moves ahead. This means the source of gravity is not the gas. It is something else, something invisible, something that does not interact the same way. This observation rules out many alternative explanations. Dark matter is not just missing light. It is a different form of matter entirely. Dark matter does not emit energy. It does not cool by radiating heat. It does not clump tightly. This is why it does not form stars. Stars require matter to collide, compress, and heat. Dark matter does not behave that way. It remains diffuse, spread out, calm. The universe formed in stages. First came dark matter structures, then normal matter followed, then stars ignited, then galaxies took shape. This layered formation is essential. Without dark matter forming the first structures, nothing else would follow. The universe would remain a thin, uniform fog. Dark matter changes slowly. It does not decay quickly. It does not transform easily. Structures formed billions of years ago still exist today. This stability allows galaxies to persist. It allows planetary systems to form. It allows time to unfold gently. Right now, dark matter flows through Earth, through the ground beneath you, through the air, through your body. It does not interact with your cells. It does not leave a mark. It simply passes. Trillions of particles may move through you every second, and you would never notice. There is no urgency in this story. Dark matter does not rush. The universe is patient. Galaxies will continue rotating long after human civilization is gone. Dark matter will continue shaping space long after stars fade. This knowledge does not need to be understood fully. It only needs to exist. There is no need to adjust your breathing. If your thoughts feel distant, that is fine. If you are half asleep, that is also fine. The universe continues whether we observe it or not. Dark matter does not wait for understanding. It simply exists. Despite decades of study, dark matter remains unidentified. Scientists know what it does, but not what it is. This is not unusual in science. For a long time, gravity was understood by its effects, not its cause. Electricity was used before electrons were known. Dark matter may be similar, its nature hidden, but its influence clear. One leading idea is that dark matter is made of particles unlike those that form atoms. These particles would have mass, but no electric charge. They would not emit light. They would not absorb light. They would pass through normal matter almost entirely unaffected. Because of this, they are extremely difficult to detect. To search for dark matter, scientists build detectors in quiet places, deep underground, beneath mountains, shielded from radiation. These detectors wait. They do not actively search. They listen. They are designed to notice the smallest possible interaction, A single particle brushing against an atom. So far, they have heard nothing. But silence is not failure. Silence narrows the truth. Dark matter rarely interacts with normal matter. This is why galaxies can pass through each other without disruption. It is why dark matter halos remain smooth. It is why detection requires patience, years of observation, careful calibration, quiet environments. Science advances slowly, just like the universe. Some scientists have questioned whether dark matter exists at all. They ask whether gravity itself behaves differently at large scales. These ideas are tested carefully, but so far they do not explain all observations. They struggle to explain gravitational lensing, galaxy cluster collisions. Early universe structure dark matter remains the simplest explanation that fits everything we see. Dark matter has been present since the earliest moments of the universe. It influenced how matter gathered, how galaxies formed, how clusters evolved. It did not create light, but it made light possible. Every star owes its existence to gravity, and gravity followed dark matter first. It can be comforting to realize this. Most of reality does not demand attention. It does not glow. It does not speak. It does not rush. It simply exists, quietly shaping everything else. You're not separate from the universe. You're made of matter shaped by gravity. You live inside structures formed billions of years ago. Dark matter surrounds you now. It passes through Earth, through oceans, through cities, through you. It does not notice. And you do not need to notice it. Not knowing is not a problem. It is a condition of being human. The universe does not reveal everything at once. Some truths take time. Some mysteries remain. This is not a failure. It is an invitation to patience. One day, dark matter may be identified, a particle detected, a theory confirmed, a mystery resolved, or it may remain unseen for generations. Either way, the universe will continue. Galaxies will rotate, gravity will pull, space will expand. There is nothing left to do now. No conclusion to reach, no answer required. Dark matter will remain where it has always been, holding galaxies together, shaping the cosmos, moving silently through space, and you can rest. The universe does not hurry. Neither do you. There is no sharp edge to this story, no moment where it suddenly starts. The universe does not begin loudly. It does not announce transitions. It changes slowly, almost gently. Dark matter has no memory of beginnings, no awareness of endings. It exists across time in the same quiet way. Time in the universe is not measured in minutes. It is measured in billions of years. Galaxies rotate once every few hundred million years. Clusters evolve over billions. Structures persist longer than stars. Dark matter does not age in the way stars do. Stars burn fuel, they change color, they eventually fade. Dark matter does none of this. It does not shine. It does not burn. It does not cool. It simply remains. As stars are born and die, dark matter stays. As galaxies collide and merge, dark matter continues moving forward. It does not resist change. It does not react emotionally. It follows gravity alone. This makes it one of the most stable components of the universe. While light flickers and fades, dark matter persists. Some of the largest dark matter structures formed early. They are still here. The cosmic web you exist inside today began forming when the universe was young. Galaxies have changed many times since then. Dark matter has not. It has shifted slowly, subtly, over immense spans of time. This stability allows the universe to remain structured. Without it, everything would slowly dissolve. Space itself is expanding. Galaxies move farther apart. This expansion does not tear dark matter apart. On large scales, dark matter follows the expansion. On smaller scales, gravity holds structures together. Both processes happen at the same time, quietly, without conflict. Most cosmic processes are silent. There is no sound in space, no vibration, no background noise. Dark matter exists entirely within this silence. It does not collide loudly. It does not explode. It does not release energy. It moves without friction, without heat, without sound. For most of its history, the universe had no one to observe it. No eyes, no questions, no curiosity. Dark matter shaped galaxies anyway. Gravity worked anyway. Stars formed anyway. The universe does not require witnesses. It simply unfolds. Your life exists within a very small window, a brief moment, but it happens inside a structure that has existed for billions of years. Dark matter held your galaxy together long before Earth formed. It will continue long after Earth changes. This does not make life small. It makes it gently temporary. Nothing you do tonight affects the universe. Nothing you fail to do harms it. The cosmos is not waiting. It is already complete in its motion. Dark matter will continue its quiet path, whether you sleep or stay awake. As this part continues, there is nothing new to learn. Only repetition, only reassurance. The universe remains stable. Gravity remains patient. Dark matter remains unseen. And you can rest inside that certainty. Nothing in the universe truly stops. It only changes pace. Galaxies do not pause between rotations. Gravity does not rest between moments. Dark matter does not wait for instruction. Everything continues slowly, endlessly. What happens on the largest scales also happens on the smallest. Patterns repeat. Gravity gathers matter. Matter forms structure. Structure persists. Dark matter follows this same pattern everywhere, around galaxies, between clusters, across the observable universe. This repetition creates stability, and stability allows time to pass gently. The universe is not driven by sudden moments. It is driven by long cycles. A galaxy may take hundreds of millions of years to rotate once. A cluster may take billions of years to change shape. Dark matter moves within these cycles. It does not rush toward outcomes. It simply follows gravity. Space itself is expanding, not like an explosion, but like a slow stretching. Galaxies drift apart gradually. Dark matter expands with space on large scales. On smaller scales, gravity holds it together. Both processes occur at once, quietly, without conflict. Much of the universe is empty. Vast regions contain almost nothing. Yet even these voids are shaped by dark matter. The boundaries of emptiness exist because matter gathered elsewhere. Dark matter defines both presence and absence. Where it is dense, galaxies form. Where it is sparse, space remains quiet. Dark matter rarely collides. This allows it to flow smoothly, to pass through itself, to form large, rounded structures. This lack of friction keeps the universe calm. Nothing grinds to a halt. Nothing overheats. Everything moves gently forward. Dark matter does not record history. It does not remember where it has been. It does not anticipate where it is going. It responds only to gravity in the present moment. This makes its motion simple, and simplicity allows longevity. As you rest, your body is still, but Earth is rotating. Earth is orbiting the sun. The sun is moving through the galaxy. The galaxy is moving through a cluster. The cluster is moving through the cosmic web. Dark matter holds these layers together. All of this motion happens without effort. The universe does not require understanding. It does not wait for recognition. It unfolds whether it is observed or not. You're allowed to sleep. Gravity will continue. Dark matter will continue. Time will continue. There is a rhythm to existence, not a sound, but a pattern, expansion, attraction, stability. Dark matter follows this rhythm endlessly. You can rest inside it. If thoughts arise, they can pass. If awareness fades, that is natural. The universe does not become unstable when you sleep. It has been stable for billions of years. It will remain so. There is nothing new to introduce. Everything that needs to exist already does. The universe is not moving toward a conclusion. It is simply continuing. Dark matter does not arrive. It does not depart. It remains. Stories written by humans often end. They resolve. They conclude. They stop. The universe does not. It does not gather itself for a final moment. It does not prepare an ending. It simply continues in the same quiet way it always has. Dark matter does not change its behavior. It does not surprise. It does not accelerate suddenly. It follows gravity. That is all. This simplicity is what allows the universe to remain stable. Complexity rests on simplicity. Most of the universe exists in a kind of extended present, not past, not future, just ongoing motion. Galaxies rotate, clusters drift, space expands. Dark matter supports all of it without effort. There is nothing you need to understand to be part of this universe. There is nothing you need to solve. The cosmos existed before questions. It will exist after them. Your awareness is not a requirement. Sleep is not absence. It is participation without effort. As you rest, you remain inside the same structures. Dark matter does not notice when you fall asleep. Gravity does not pause. Everything continues exactly as it should. The universe is vast, but it does not press down on you. It does not demand significance. It simply provides space. You are allowed to be small. You are allowed to rest. There is comfort in knowing that nothing depends on this moment. Galaxies will remain bound. The cosmic web will remain intact. Dark matter will remain unseen. This stability has lasted for billions of years. It is not fragile. Thoughts can slow. They do not need to resolve. They do not need to finish. Like galaxies, they can drift. Like light, they can travel without sound. Nothing new happens here. Nothing begins. Nothing resolves. This part exists only to continue the same calm motion like space itself. Time passes, but the universe does not measure it the way we do. Dark matter does not count moments. It does not recognize nights or days. It moves according to gravity alone. Always has, always will. Stillness does not mean nothing is happening. Even now, motion continues everywhere. Galaxies rotate slowly. Clusters drift gently. Space expands quietly. Dark matter supports all of it, without effort, without sound. When awareness fades, the universe remains exactly the same. Gravity does not weaken. Structures do not dissolve. The cosmic web does not loosen. Everything continues smoothly. Sleep does not interrupt reality. There is comfort in knowing that nothing depends on this moment. Nothing requires attention. Nothing waits for action. The universe is stable without observation. Dark matter shaped galaxies long before life existed. It will continue long after. Most of space is dark, not empty, but quiet. No light, no sound, no urgency. Dark matter fills this quiet space evenly. It does not cluster suddenly. It does not react. It simply exists. You are not outside the universe. You are not watching it from a distance. You are inside it. Inside structures billions of years old, inside motion that does not stop when you rest. Thoughts do not need direction. They do not need conclusions. They can move slowly. They can fade, like galaxies drifting through space, like light traveling without sound. Silence is not emptiness. It is fullness without noise. Dark matter exists entirely within silence. The universe is mostly quiet. That quiet has lasted billions of years. There is no ending here, only continuation. No final idea, no closing line, just the same steady presence. Dark matter continues, gravity continues, the universe continues, and you can rest inside that. There is no reason for anything to hurry. The universe has never rushed. Dark matter does not accelerate toward outcomes. It does not respond to urgency. It does not anticipate change. It moves only as gravity guides it, slowly. Before stars existed, there was quiet. Before planets formed, there was quiet. Before observers appeared, there was quiet. Dark matter existed within that quiet. It continues now, unchanged in nature. There are no clocks in space, no hours, no minutes, only motion. Dark matter moves through time without recognizing it. Structures evolve so slowly they appear still. This slowness is not emptiness. It is stability. No signal is waiting to be noticed. No event is about to begin. The universe is not preparing anything. It is already complete in its motion. You do not need to stay alert. The universe is vast, so vast that individual moments disappear within it. This is not loss. It is release. Dark matter does not focus on details. It holds everything equally. Even as you rest, everything moves. Earth turns, the galaxy turns, clusters drift. Dark matter keeps these motions smooth, without friction, without resistance. There is no up in space, no down, no direction that matters. Dark matter does not distinguish position. It exists everywhere, even here. This quiet does not conclude. It does not resolve. It continues the same way it always has. There is nothing to listen for, nothing to anticipate, only continuation. Awareness can soften, thoughts can thin. The universe does not change when attention fades. It remains stable. It always has. There is no transition, no marker, no ending, only the same calm presence. Dark matter continues. Gravity continues. The universe continues. There is nowhere to go, no path to continue on. The universe does not move toward destinations. It simply moves. Dark matter does not travel with purpose. It responds only to gravity. Everything that exists is in motion, but that motion has no objective. Galaxies rotate without intent. Clusters drift without plan. Space expands without direction. Dark matter participates quietly in all of it. There is nothing to catch up to, nothing left undone. The universe does not keep records. Dark matter does not track progress. It does not compare moments. It simply exists in the present motion. You are allowed to be still. The universe does not require activity. It has been stable for billions of years without intervention. Dark matter has held structures together long before rest was possible. Your stillness changes nothing. Even as thoughts fade, scale remains. The vastness does not shrink. It does not press closer. It simply continues. Dark matter fills this vastness evenly. Everywhere, there is no next event, no signal, no arrival. The universe is not anticipating anything. It is already complete in its motion. Silence does not resolve. It does not close. It continues gently. Dark matter exists entirely within this silence. It has always been there. Nothing is touching you. Nothing is restraining you. Yet structure remains. Gravity holds galaxies together. Dark matter supports gravity. This holding requires no effort. Awareness can become lighter, less defined. There is no need to stay present. The universe does not need witnesses. Nothing shifts here, nothing advances. Everything remains as it was. Dark matter continues. Gravity continues. The universe continues. Nothing restarts here. The universe does not rewind. It does not replay moments. It simply continues. Dark matter does not return to a beginning. It does not prepare for what comes next. It remains in motion exactly as it is. Time is passing, but it does not announce itself. There are no markers here, no divisions, no signals. Dark matter moves through time without noticing it. Structures remain stable for spans so long they feel infinite. This slowness is not emptiness. It is balance. Nothing accelerates suddenly. Nothing demands urgency. Galaxies rotate at the same steady pace. Clusters drift with the same gentle motion. Space expands quietly. Dark matter follows gravity without resistance, always at the same calm speed. Noise is rare in the universe. Silence is common. Most of space has no sound, no light, no disturbance. Dark matter exists entirely within this quiet. It does not disturb space. It does not announce itself. It simply occupies what already exists. The universe does not require awareness. It does not wait for recognition. It unfolded for billions of years without observers. Dark matter shaped galaxies long before anything could notice. Your attention is optional. Even in stillness, motion continues. Even in rest, gravity works. Even in silence, structure remains. Dark matter holds galaxies together whether anyone is awake or not. Nothing pauses when you rest. There is comfort in knowing that things last, that structures do not collapse suddenly, that the universe is not fragile. Dark matter provides its durability. It changes slowly, so slowly that it feels constant. There is no forward here, no backward, no sense of where you should be. Dark matter does not orient itself. It exists everywhere equally. Direction does not matter. Nothing has been missed. Nothing is behind schedule. The universe does not keep deadlines. Dark matter does not measure progress. Everything is exactly where it should be. Thoughts can drift without structure. They can stretch out. They can thin, like galaxies moving farther apart, like space expanding gently. There is no need to follow them. Gravity holds galaxies together, but it does not squeeze. Dark matter supports gravity, but it does not push. The holding of the universe is gentle. You are allowed to relax inside it. As awareness softens, nothing shifts. The cosmic web remains intact. Galaxies remain bound. Dark matter continues moving through space. Sleep does not disturb reality. This quiet has no immediate ending. It stretches on, minute after minute, hour after hour, age after age. Dark matter has existed through all of it. It will exist through much more. There is no final sentence waiting, no closing idea approaching, only continuation, only presence, only the same calm motion. Dark matter continues. Gravity continues. The universe continues, and you can rest inside that. There is nothing to hold on to here, no idea to keep, no image to remember, no sentence to finish. The universe does not require memory. Dark matter does not carry information. It simply exists. Everything that continues does so without effort. Galaxies do not strain to rotate. Gravity does not work harder over time. Dark matter does not tire. Motion persists naturally, like breathing without thought. When sleep deepens, nothing changes. The cosmos does not pause. It does not adjust. It does not respond. Dark matter continues moving through space exactly as before. Your rest is invisible to it. Stillness is not the opposite of movement. It is movement slowed beyond notice. Dark matter moves so gently that it feels still. The universe changes so slowly that it feels constant. This is not emptiness. It is duration. There is no central point to return to, no anchor, no reference. Dark matter does not gather around meaning. It gathers only around gravity. Everywhere is equally present. Minutes soften, moments stretch. There is no clear separation between now and later. The universe does not divide itself into pieces. Dark matter moves through time as one continuous flow. No answer is coming. No conclusion is approaching. This is not a buildup. It is a plateau. The universe is already complete in its motion. The same processes repeat endlessly. Gravity pulls, matter responds, structures remain. Dark matter participates in this repetition calmly. There is reassurance in sameness. The universe does not need engagement. It does not need focus. It does not need awareness. You're allowed to fade. Everything continues regardless. Silence is not empty. It is space without interruption. Dark matter exists entirely within silence. The universe has always been mostly quiet. That quiet has never been fragile. There is no moment where rest begins, no signal that says now. Sleep arrives gradually, just as the universe changes gradually. Nothing shifts suddenly. No chapters remain. No sections follow. Only ongoing presence. Dark matter continues. Gravity continues. The universe continues. And you can remain exactly as you are. Nothing shifts as this continues. There is no signal marking a new section. No cue that something different has begun. The universe does not recognize chapters. Dark matter does not recognize transitions. It continues exactly as it was. Time stretches here, not because anything slows down, but because nothing demands attention. Minutes dissolve into one another. Dark matter moves through this time without awareness. It does not know how long it has existed. It simply exists. Long before stars formed, this quiet existed. Long before galaxies rotated, this stillness existed. Dark matter was already present, not waiting, not preparing, just being. The universe did not become calm. It began calm. Nothing in the universe rushes. Even the fastest processes unfold slowly by human standards. Dark matter follows gravity gently. It never accelerates suddenly. It never resists. This softness is why structure lasts. There is nothing here to follow, no idea to track, no sentence to complete. Awareness can loosen, attention can drift. The universe will not lose its shape. Stillness is not a pause. It is part of motion. Dark matter moves so smoothly it appears still. Galaxies change so slowly they appear fixed. This is not stagnation. It is balance. No ending is coming closer. No conclusion is forming. The universe does not build toward moments. It simply unfolds continuously. Dark matter has no sense of arrival. Space does not grip. Gravity does not squeeze. Dark matter supports structure without pressure. Everything is held gently. You are allowed to soften inside that holding. Thoughts do not need to stop. They only need space, like galaxies drifting farther apart, like light spreading through space. They can become quieter, less defined. No response is needed. No understanding is needed. No memory is needed. The universe does not require participation. It continues whether or not it is noticed. This continues without change, without signal, without emphasis. Dark matter continues. Gravity continues. The universe continues. Nothing signals that this part has begun. The universe does not mark time with borders. Dark matter does not register progression. It moves the same way it always has, quietly, continuously. Time exists here without urgency. There is no sense of passing, no accumulation. Moments do not stack on top of one another. They spread out. Dark matter flows through time without resistance. What exists now existed before. What exists before will exist again. The universe repeats itself gently. Gravity pulls. Matter responds. Structures remain. Dark matter participates without variation. This repetition is not monotony. It is stability. There is no buildup, no approach, no escalation. The universe does not gather itself for events. It simply remains in motion. Dark matter has no threshold to cross. Space does not close in. It does not shrink. It remains wide and available. Dark matter occupies space evenly. There is room for everything. There is room for rest. Stillness does not arrive suddenly. It settles, like dust in calm air, like light fading without a switch. Dark matter has always existed in this stillness. Awareness does not need to disappear. It can simply loosen. Edges blur, thoughts stretch thin. Nothing is lost. The universe does not require clarity. No reaction is expected. No conclusion is needed. No understanding is required. Dark matter continues without expectation. Gravity continues without instruction. Consistency creates safety. The universe behaves the same way everywhere. Dark matter follows the same rules across all scales. This predictability allows rest. There is no forward motion here, no destination, no endpoint, only presence, only continuation. Silence is wide enough to hold galaxies, wide enough to hold time. Dark matter exists entirely within this silence. It has never needed noise. Nothing changes here, nothing advances. Everything remains exactly as it is. Dark matter continues. Gravity continues. The universe continues. Nothing arrives, nothing begins, nothing announces itself. This part does not move toward anything. It simply remains. Time no longer feels divided. There is no clear before or after. Moments blend into one another. Dark matter moves through this time without recognition. It does not know how long it has existed. It does not need to. The universe does not think about itself. It does not observe its own motion. Dark matter does not notice where it is. It responds only to gravity, always the same. Stillness does not require effort. It arrives naturally when nothing pulls attention. Dark matter has always existed in this stillness. It has never needed focus. As awareness thins, nothing disappears. The universe does not dim. Structure does not weaken. Dark matter continues exactly as it was. Sleep does not interrupt reality. There is no enclosure here, no boundary, no limit. Dark matter exists everywhere equally. There is space for everything, including rest. There is no cue to listen for, no change in tone, no shift in rhythm. The universe does not provide alarms. It continues calmly. Gravity pulls. Matter responds. Structures remain. Dark matter supports it all without variation. This repetition does not exhaust itself. It simply persists. Nothing depends on attention. Nothing depends on understanding. Nothing depends on presence. The universe has continued without witnesses before. It continues now. Silence holds galaxies. Silence holds time. Silence holds dark matter. This silence has always been enough. There is no final thought, no summary, no closing idea, only continuation. Dark matter continues. Gravity continues. The universe continues. Nothing has shifted since the last moment. There is no signal that time has passed. The universe does not mark progress. Dark matter does not recognize change. It continues exactly as it was. Time exists here without numbers. There is no counting, no accumulation. Moments spread out and soften. Dark matter moves through time without noticing it. It does not measure duration. What exists now is the same as before, not repeated, not restarted, simply ongoing. Gravity pulls gently. Matter responds. Structure remains. Dark matter supports all of it quietly. Nothing is coming together. Nothing is falling apart. The universe is not preparing anything. It is already complete in its motion. Dark matter has no destination. Space does not close in. It does not tighten. It remains wide and still. Dark matter occupies space evenly. There is room for rest. Stillness does not need to be created. It is already here. Dark matter exists in stillness by default. Movement happens within it, not against it. Nothing here requires attention. Nothing demands clarity. Awareness can loosen. Focus can fade. The universe does not depend on observation. No response is needed. No understanding is required. No thought must be finished. Dark matter continues without request. The universe behaves the same way everywhere. Dark matter follows the same rules at all scales. This sameness creates stability. Stability allows rest. The universe does not mark sections. Dark matter does not recognize chapters. We continue quietly, exactly where we are. Dark matter is not an idea based on imagination. It is inferred from repeated, independent measurements across decades, across continents, across different instruments and methods. The same conclusion appears again and again. There is more mass in the universe than what we can see. One of the clearest observations comes from galaxy rotation. Astronomers measure how fast stars orbit their galactic centers. These measurements are precise. They rely on Doppler shifts in light, a well-tested method. The results are consistent. Stars far from the center orbit too fast to be held by visible matter alone. This pattern is seen in large spiral galaxies, small dwarf galaxies, isolated systems, dense clusters. The behavior does not change. This consistency matters. Scientists carefully accounted for all known forms of ordinary matter: stars, gas, dust, cold molecular clouds. None of these add enough mass. Even when generous assumptions are made, the numbers do not work. The missing mass is too large. It must be something else. Gravitational lensing provides independent confirmation. Light bends when it passes near mass. This effect has been measured precisely. Astronomers observe distorted images of distant galaxies. From these distortions, they calculate where mass must be located. In many cases, the mass does not align with visible matter. The gravity is real, the mass is invisible. When astronomers map millions of galaxies, a pattern emerges. Galaxies are not evenly distributed. They form filaments, clusters, walls. Voids, computer simulations using dark matter, reproduce this structure accurately. Simulations without dark matter do not. This comparison is important. It shows that dark matter explains observed reality better than alternatives. Observations of the early universe provide further support. The cosmic microwave background shows tiny variations in temperature. These variations are measured precisely. Their pattern matches predictions that include dark matter. Without dark matter, the observed structure could not have formed in the time available. This is not speculation. It is mathematical consistency with observation. Dark matter does not interact electromagnetically. This is confirmed by the absence of light emission or absorption. It does not collide like gas. This is confirmed by galaxy cluster collisions. It does not clump into stars. This is confirmed by the smoothness of dark matter halos. These are constraints, not guesses. Scientists do not claim to know the exact particle responsible. That remains unknown. What is known is limited and precise. Dark matter must have mass, be stable over billions of years, interact very weakly with normal matter. These properties are derived from observation. Nothing more is claimed. Detection experiments continue. They are carefully designed. Results are published transparently. Null results are reported honestly. This is how science works. The absence of detection narrows possibilities. It does not invalidate the evidence. There is nothing dramatic about the universe's behavior. It follows rules. Those rules are consistent. Dark matter behaves the same everywhere we measure it. This reliability is what makes the universe stable. All of this has been measured, repeated, confirmed, and yet it changes nothing about this moment. The universe does not react to being understood. Dark matter does not behave differently when observed. Everything continues calmly. You do not need to remember these details. They exist whether remembered or not. The universe does not depend on recall. It depends on gravity. And gravity continues. Nothing shifts as this part continues. There is no new phase, no new direction, no new requirement. The universe does not change tone. Dark matter does not change behavior. Everything remains steady. The universe did not arrange itself deliberately. Structure emerged from simple rules. Gravity attracts mass. Mass responds to gravity. Over time, small differences grow larger. Dark matter amplifies these differences early. Because it does not interact with light, it was free to gather when ordinary matter could not. This is a measured conclusion. In the early universe, density variations were tiny. Measured differences were less than 1 part in 100,000. Yet gravity acts continuously. Dark matter slowly gathered into denser regions. Ordinary matter followed later, once radiation pressure weakened. This sequence explains why galaxies exist at all. Without dark matter, the observed universe would be nearly uniform. Dark matter structures persist. They do not collapse quickly. They do not dissipate easily. Simulations show that dark matter halos remain stable for billions of years. Observations confirm this. Galaxies maintain their structure across cosmic time. This longevity is not accidental. It is a direct consequence of dark matter's properties. On the largest scales, the universe is remarkably stable. Clusters of galaxies remain bound. Filaments persist. Voids remain empty. Dark matter underlies this stability. It provides mass without friction, without energy loss. This allows structure to endure. Different ways of observing the universe lead to the same conclusions. Galaxy rotation curves, gravitational lensing, cosmic background measurements, large-scale galaxy surveys. Each method relies on different physics. Each uses different instruments, yet they converge on the same result. There is unseen mass. Consistency across methods is one of the strongest indicators of reliability. Over time, many alternatives have been tested: hidden stars, cold gas, compact objects. These possibilities were examined carefully. They do not fit the data. They fail in one observation or another. Dark matter remains because it fits all observations simultaneously. This is not belief. It is elimination. Dark matter moves through space following gravity. It does not orbit in disks. It does not form sharp edges. It forms smooth halos. These halos have been measured indirectly by their gravitational influence. Their shapes are consistent across many galaxies. This uniformity matters. It indicates a universal behavior. Dark matter shows no preference for direction, no special location, no central focus beyond gravity itself. It behaves the same everywhere we look. This isotropy is confirmed by observations in every direction. The universe does not favor one place over another. Nothing in the universe needs correction. No adjustment is required. Structures persist naturally. Dark matter does not need maintenance. Gravity does not weaken with attention. Everything continues on its own. All of these processes unfold slowly, far slower than human perception. They are ongoing right now, but they do not demand awareness. They do not accelerate, they simply continue. What is known does not disturb rest. The universe is predictable at large scales. Dark matter behaves consistently. Nothing sudden is approaching, nothing is unstable. This reliability allows calm. The universe does not announce transitions. Dark matter does not recognize sections. Everything continues exactly as before. Stability in the universe does not mean stillness. It means reliability. Galaxies remain bound. Clusters remain coherent. Large-scale structures persist. Dark matter contributes to this reliability by adding mass without friction. This property has been confirmed through observation and modeling. Change in the universe happens slowly, so slowly that on human timescales, it feels constant. Dark matter evolves over billions of years. Its distribution shifts gently under gravity. There are no abrupt transitions. This slow pace is measurable and expected. There is no evidence of sudden change driven by dark matter. It does not collapse unexpectedly. It does not decay rapidly. It does not trigger abrupt events. All current data supports long-term stability. This is why the universe appears calm at large scales. Understanding the universe requires patience. Many cosmic processes unfold over times far longer than observation periods. Dark matter is studied through accumulation of evidence across decades, across methods, across instruments. The agreement among observations allows confidence. The universe behaves consistently whether observed or not. Dark matter does not alter its behavior based on awareness. Gravity does not weaken when attention fades. Structure does not require focus. Everything continues independently. Right now, Earth remains in orbit. The galaxy remains bound. The cosmic web remains intact. These facts do not depend on activity. They are the result of long-term balance. Dark matter supports that balance quietly. Silence in space is not metaphorical. It is physical. There is no medium for sound to travel. Most of the universe exists without noise. Dark matter exists entirely within this silence. It has always done so. There is no unresolved tension here, no open question that requires immediate answer. Dark matter remains unidentified in composition, but not in effect. Its influence is measured. Its behavior is constrained. That is enough for stability. Awareness does not need to track any further detail. Nothing here requires memory. The universe does not accelerate when attention relaxes. It continues at the same pace. Nothing has shifted since the last moment. There is no detectable change. No signal in space marks the passing of time. The universe does not update itself in steps. Dark matter does not register moments. It continues exactly as it was. In the universe, continuity is normal. Disruption is rare. Most structures last for immense spans of time. Galaxies remain bound for billions of years. Clusters evolve slowly. Dark matter supports this continuity by providing steady gravitational influence. This is observed, measured, and modeled consistently. Time does not require events to pass. It moves even when nothing appears to happen. Dark matter moves through time without alteration. Its large-scale distribution changes gradually, so gradually that it feels constant. This slow evolution is a known property of cosmic structure. No new structure is forming in this moment. No structure is ending. Star formation, galaxy mergers, and cosmic evolution occur over long spans. Dark matter does not initiate sudden changes. It follows gravity patiently, always at the same pace. The universe does not require constant adjustment. Its large-scale behavior is stable. Dark matter does not need to be replenished. Gravity does not weaken over time. The same physical laws apply everywhere. This consistency has been confirmed through observation. Quiet in space is not emptiness. It is a lack of disturbance. Dark matter exists entirely within this quiet. It does not produce sound. It does not interact through radiation. It occupies space calmly. There is nothing here that requires attention, nothing that needs interpretation. Thoughts can thin. Awareness can drift. The universe does not change when focus fades. The universe is large, but it does not press inward. Vast distances exist without tension. Dark matter fills these distances evenly. No single point is special. No location is central. This uniformity has been confirmed in all directions we observe. There is no approaching event, no incoming signal, no sudden shift in structure. Cosmic change unfolds slowly. Dark matter does not accelerate processes. It stabilizes them. Gravity behaves the same now as it did before. Dark matter behaves the same everywhere. The universe does not surprise itself. Its predictability is what allows structure to last. Nothing suddenly changes as we come to the end. The universe does not signal conclusions. It does not mark final moments. But for us, this is a place to pause. Not because the universe stops, but because understanding has gently settled. Dark matter is a name for something real. It is not an idea meant to fill gaps. It is not a placeholder for ignorance. It is inferred from how galaxies rotate, how light bends through space, how large-scale structure formed, how the early universe evolved. Across all these observations, the same conclusion appears. There is mass that does not emit light. This mass behaves consistently everywhere it is measured. Science does not yet know what dark matter is made of, but it does know how dark matter behaves. It has mass, interacts through gravity, does not emit or absorb light, changes very slowly over time. These facts are supported by decades of observation and testing. This is not belief, it is measurement. Without dark matter, galaxies would not form. Without galaxies, stars would not gather. Without stars, planets would not exist. Dark matter did not create life directly, but it created the conditions that made life possible. It shaped the universe quietly, long before anything could notice. One comforting truth emerges from all of this. The universe is not chaotic at large scales. It follows simple rules. Gravity pulls. Matter responds. Structure forms. Stability follows. Dark matter is part of that order. It does not disrupt the universe. It helps hold it together. Not knowing everything is not a failure. Science advances by narrowing possibilities, not by rushing answers. Dark matter remains unidentified in composition, but well understood in influence. That balance, knowing enough but not everything, is how discovery continues. The universe does not demand completion, only patience. You're not outside the universe listening in. You're part of the structure shaped by these forces. Your planet remains in orbit. Your galaxy remains bound. Your universe remains stable. All of this continues whether you are awake or asleep. There is nothing left to solve tonight. The universe is steady. Its largest structures endure. Dark matter continues doing what it has always done, quietly shaping space, time, and motion. And you are free to rest inside that knowledge. This documentary ends here, not because the universe ends, but because understanding is enough for now. Dark matter continues. Gravity continues. The universe continues. And rest is allowed.